Yes, Ibom is the monster, depending on your time zone and location. My name is phone update in Jibialun this time around, but updating about Wobi. Updates are Basatara Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. If you're opening on after this video, settle down, can go updates. ALOY EJIMAKOR dropped some few minutes ago na official Twitter handle ya, we had a visit Mazi Nnamdi Kanu Tata, both the 19th day of February 2025. Then can go update. If ALOY EJIMAKOR and some family member Mazi Nnamdi Kanu got visit Mazi Nnamdi Kanu na DSS detention today. If I name Tata, just settle down, can play the updates. You know, if I name keep as well Biafrans honey this city up, honestly. If I name Zia go on a don't be selling, on Apple Zin and I don't be selling. Watch the video, can you film ever? Get to Kanku tag the updates. Yeah, me, yeah, ALOY EJIMAKOR post too. Just few minutes ago, in a 45 minutes ago, go post the update here. Now his official Twitter handle. And the update reads: Alerts, updates. Today, the DSS arbitrarily refused us, in brackets, the legal team, an ex-member of Abia State House of Assembly, and the family of MAZI Nnamdi Kanu from having a visitation with him. They refused them from visiting MAZI and from seeing MAZI Nnamdi Kanu today. This flagrant violation of the Nigerian Constitution and a subsisting court order will not stand. If I could, they will drop or alert logo na the update of when I fear now. So one then can imagine and keep as well. Aya what as if it is the MAZI Nnamdi Kanu na detention. Kezi Mboji bro tabu. Obro Nandibu, Obro na Biafrans say anything concerning this thing. Ogen Abiamwe, Unuganuzi from MAZI Nnamdi Kanu completely. And that will be the worst of it all. So can keep on a legal team, and a family member and some people be visit to Onyem Dukamar Kome. The normal routine visit will not stop her from visiting MAZI Nnamdi Kanu. Because no one opinion in the comment section. What you think about this update? If any DM concerning this thing, then you didn't want to make a share button. Other Biafrans for one can name and keep as well. Watch this video. Can you name recently na Benue State? I think Benue State can you name Kanu'S Delta State. Even the Fulani Herdsmen battle way kurisi bulisi fa dreba if I am ready adroma agent weno. Obro video ni can get posted but just now for the picture. Can you the residents of that place now run out from their residence now opposite from their house just because of this Fulani Herdsmen. You can't name now. Now news reporter Sahara Bugo the updates. Punch Bugo and other news media Bugo updates. So because opening on of man and can many bazwa adropama. Hear this video, can you more updates of what is happening? I'll be right back.
Governor Benue State talking about Autumn was attacked the other time. Of course, an assassination attempt on his life. Before you knew it, a group came out to say, we are Fulani nationality movement, we did it, and next time he may not be that lucky.
Thank you, Mr. Martin, for joining me this morning. The Waymaker TV, please, if this is your first time of watching our video, please kindly subscribe on your notification button as you drop like and share this video. Thank you so much for joining me this morning. 19 people were being killed and slaughtered in Benue today. The middle birds at it again with the Fulani. What do you have to say about that?
Thank you for having me. I think this is a sad reminder of what the Fulani man stands for in Nigeria. And of course, I think at this point, all hands must be on deck to address this issue. What I mean, all hands must be on deck. This fight must not be left in the hands of the middle belters alone. I think the South-South, the South-East, the South-West should synergize with the middle belt to fight this once and for all. Because what we hit at before now here that happens in Benue or in middle belt generally, it's now happening right in the southern part of the country. But currently, we have seen killing in Ebonyi State. We saw another one in Delta State. And come to think of it, Fulani are minority in this country. And these are people who came as visitors. And the surprising part of it is that most of them that perpetrate this crime are visiting a foreign Fulani herdsmen. I can confidently say this because the last president of the country, talking about Muhammadu Buhari, said it the other time, before he left office, that these people come from Mali, Burkina Faso, Niger, into the country. And they take advantage of our porous borders. So the point I'm trying to make is, we are dealing with a formidable group. Why do I see them as a formidable group? The former governor of Benue State, talking about Autumn, was attacked the other time. Of course, an assassination attempt on his life. Before you knew it, a group came out to say, we are Fulani nationality movement, we did it, and next time he may not be that lucky. We are talking of a group that even the global terrorism desks have since designated as the fourth most dangerous terrorist organization in the world. So the point I'm trying to make is, the people must rise, and the way they should rise are not advocating people doing things outside the ambits of the law, like what is happening in southwestern part of the country currently. We understand that Amateku is a state arrangement put together to address insecurity, and under Muhammadu Buhari, the government of Muhammadu Buhari refused to allow that bear arm Because for you to buy arms to combat crime, for you to buy AK-47, AK-49, you need an user certificate from the Office of the National Security Advisor. And under Muhammad Buhari, they could not get such certificate. They could not procure arms because they didn't have the approval from federal government. That's why I'm approaching this angle and advising Mr. President Senator Nnamdi Kanu that yes, we encourage what is doing presently, but currently Bodejo is in detention on allegation of banditry. Nobody says he's already guilty, but for the first time in the history of this national democracy, somebody is questioning the alleged impunity, alleged banditry allegation against Bodejo. So what I'm saying is, currently, a Tinubu government should be bold enough, courageous enough to allow Amateku bear arm by a way of giving the user certificate that comes from the Office of National Security Advisor anytime they desire to procure arms to fight insecurity.
So let me cut you short here. If you said that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu do his possible best to make sure Amateku should be bearing arm, one would say that if you do that, look at the ESM in Southeast. Would they also allow them to carry arms? Because we can see now, right now, that it's like MAZI Nnamdi Kanu is being vindicated every day about what he has said so far about this Fulani Herdsmen.
I'm speaking of Amateku because Amateku is a creation of state out of state House of Assembly in the southwestern part of the country. In the southeastern part of the country, we had the embargo. Though the embargo for me is not as effective as we have in the southwestern part of the country. But talking about ESN, the government will not likely give credence to ESN to bear arms because the government will tell you that they didn't come about through act of assembly or they are not backed by any law. So that's why I can specifically speak on Amateku. And if for any reason embargo is effective or we see another security arrangement in the southeastern part of the country or southern part of the country, I can speak on that. Even currently in Anambra State, we have ALOY Chamber as a security agency under the state level. It is not yet clear whether they approach House of Assembly or whether it was through fiat by the state governor for them to come about. But the point I'm trying to make is the Amateku or any other state arrangement to address insecurity in the south must be able to have capacity to combat crime. And the only way you can have that capacity is to bear arms and ammunition over and above what the bandits are bearing. And these bandits, come to think of it, the Fulani is bandit in Nigeria. Look at Tojibelu in Zamfara. It's purely the Fulani man. Even almost all the areas you have banditry, Fulani is at the center of it. Talking about what came from the army chief the other day, that is a long thing, it's a conflict between Fulani and host communities. But the point is, at what point do the Fulani man derive power? Under quick concern, do the Fulani man derive power to start moving about with AK-47? That must explain the reason when or why does Ishako, as a governor of Taraba State, when the military approached him, that they needed to disarm Nigerians in his state who bear arms, he advised them. He said, first of all, go and disarm bandits in the bush. Because you cannot ask the people to drop arms under the guise of disarming people. At the end of the day, in the night, bandits in the name of Fulani Herdsmen will come and drag old men, women, rape, kill, maim, and they will not be at the mercy of the headers. So for me, I think the right thing to do is for all those security arrangements to bear arms. And there is need for synergy among every other host communities that is not just restricted to the Middle Belt to deal with these threats.
Now it's like this Fulani, every region now are rejecting Fulani because from before now, the Muslim they wait to take order from Sudan of Sokoto before the fasting. But right now, the Southwest Muslim now are saying that they are not accepting the date the Sudan of Sokoto is set aside that the fasting should start, that they have their own date. Is it at the end of Fulani dominating, or people are getting tired of Fulani? What is happening?
In that area, you see that the average Yoruba man has woken up, because what happens in that Islamic affair of family looks like an impunity. A situation where the Supreme Council for Islamic Affairs is only one man, the son of Sokoto, that is the chairman. And you have Muslims in Southwest, in Middle Belt, in the North, almost everywhere, with the exception of maybe the few you may have in the South Side and Southeast. But the question is, how come one man have the sole chairmanship of the body that regulates the activities of all of them? Though I'm not a Muslim, but I think the Southwesterners are already questioning it. And I think it is in the right direction, because that is impunity and it is not in anything that has to do with fairness. Then talking about the issue of headers and the activities, every community, every region must synergize, come together to address it, because they are a threat to mankind currently.
Okay, Pastor Matthew, before I will let you go, they said that the Sudan of Sokoto now is threatening the Middle Belt, that they don't have right to associate with the Biafrans, that they have money, they started monitoring the North Central, which they still call off now. That's why we said no, we are not North Central, we are Middle Belt, giving us warning that we cannot go on our own, we belong to North. And the Middle Belt said that the Biafran is far better to work with, seeing what the Fulani bandits have done to us, continue killing people in the Plateau State, continue killing people in Benue State.
I think this is a bit of democracy. The Sultan cannot lord it over anybody. The Sultan cannot impose his opinion and control over the Middle Belt. The Middle Belt have made it very clear what they want, and currently, good a thing, they are not seeing Tinubu as someone who is advancing their cause, who is making them to rise and understand that they have potential. Because before now, nobody knew that even the Middle Belt understand that they own 53% of the landmass in the north. So that potential that the north think they have to feed the nation, it even rests with the Middle Belt. So I want to tell you that now that the consciousness have been awoken in the mind and life of the average Middle Beltan, I don't think the Sudan of Sokoto will have the overriding power to control anybody from that region. If they so wish to align and synergize with the Southeast, the Igbos, I don't think even the Sudan can stop that. It is opinion and they will have it.
Thank you. Let me let you go on this, but before I let you go, let me ask you, yesterday we saw drama in the House of Representatives where the Igbos House of Representatives almost exchanged blow with some rep member yesterday because they feel that Igbos have been marginalized, Southeast have been marginalized, no single project. And as they say, they should wait for supplementary budget, that their project will come through supplementary projects.
This is yet another serious area of marginalization. Don't forget that even up to now, we still talk about the ethno-regional imbalance that exists, that gave rise to civil war, that have not been addressed. And under Muhammadu Buhari, we saw a government that made good its threat to skew things against the Igbos.